2.
Ring a ding ding ding, everybody. Welcome to Topstep TV and Fast Markets. Oh,
there it is. There's that horn.
Back. Sorry, everybody. We got some meetings going on to plan everything, and the meetings are so important that I'm obviously not in them. So I'll be here with you guys. We got Dakota, we got Jay. We're doing Fast Markets. We'll take a break, and then we'll do Power Hour today. Let's get this started. We got less than a minute until the opening bell. Dakota, what's up, my man?
Jack, these markets, they're moving. They're moving. They have been insane to watch. I mean, we went through last night during slow markets, right, Coach Jay? And
yeah,
you guys can see I am currently traveling, but every single time I look at the markets, we're up or down quite a lot. Volatility is still here. We got 20 seconds till the bell. I'm just gonna watch and see how this market opens.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I've had the shocked face emoji type thing every time I looked at my phone last night. I woke up and took a double take. Let's get this on. Here we go.
We are open.
All right.
Oh, what a reaction.
Yes, indeed. 68.44 printing right now in the ES. Which markets are you guys going to be looking at? Jay, are you trading equities today or something else?
Yeah, I got the equities up. I'm looking at the NASDAQ, S&P, and the Russell. That's what I have data for right now. Live account, I don't have data for gold yet, so I'll be trading the equities. Right now, we're kind of sitting at the 200 moving average in a bunch on the 30-minute in a bunch of these markets. It's this white line on my chart here on the 30-minute. So we'll see if there's room to the upside. I think 25,000 is a real potential target here in the NASDAQ. I usually wait for the first 3 minutes or so to play out and then determine a trade from there. So I'll wait at least 3 minutes, but really nice move out of the gate here in the kind of across the board here. NASDAQ's up 100 points already.
Yeah. Coach, you pointing out, Bitcoin is on a tear. Bitcoin's up almost 6%, sitting at 72,000 spot. Yep.
That is kind of the most shocking move of all this to me right now. Right out the gate, most of the Mag 7's up. We just got Broadcom about scratch. Google's down 0.7%. Tesla leading the way up 1.5%. The 10-year yield is 4.07. And as Dakota mentioned, 72,300 spot right now in Bitcoin. Wow. The VIX is down to 22.34. Russie up 0.8%. NASDAQ up 0.9. S&P's lagging up 0.3. Let's get it on.
We go to 25,000 here in the NASDAQ. You see it, we're up 0.6%. Yeah, there's a few dips that I wish I would have bought yesterday.
I can think of one in particular. Yeah.
You referring to Bitcoin? Or?
Oh, no, not Bitcoin. I was thinking equities, but are you in the crypto now? Are you
no,
go back and
no,
forth.
I thought you meant. I have never owned crypto. The only thing I had with crypto was that Bitmine play, but that was a stock, and that was just a swing trade. That's it.
All right. It looks like we have some early resistance going back the past couple hours in the ES around the 6850 SPX level. I'm just waiting for the option stuff to populate right now.
6853 is that a 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart here. Seeing some resistance. The NASDAQ's holding above it. The S&P's resisting right at it, and the Russell's sitting right at it as well. So I think there'll be a nice trade off of this area here. We'll just see what direction it is. Again, first 3 minutes, I usually let play out here. I may be taking a short in the Russell here, though, in a second.
Okay.
See how this plays out.
I'm going to be honest, Jay. Kind of sad that we didn't break this monthly range to the downside.
Yeah.
The NASDAQ. I was kind of looking for us to at least take a look below it, and here we are. What a rally.
I mean,
we still might, I guess. Never say never.
We took a little look, at the bottom of yesterday, we traded prices in the Yes, we haven't seen since November, since that November sell off. But we're still in this big fat range. You're right. I am desperate to get out of this range. Reminder, everybody, we do have a number at 8:45. We have U.S. S&P Services PMI and the composite PMI. 9 o'clock, we got ISM. Besides that, we can expect news feeding out the entire day. So get ready.
Short of one lot
Right.
in the Russell right now, 26, 27.60.
Okay.
Risking
Interesting.
about $400 on this trade.
All right.
First 5 minutes are almost in.
Settlement is the target 26.12.10s. I'm not going to set a target there because I think there might be some room down to 26.05s, but I'll manage this one as it goes. Kind of wish I got in more than one, this is a trade I've been taking every morning, and it's been giving me an opportunity to get in multiples right at 50% of the opening range. But this one, it looks like it just wants to go early. So let's see here.
So,
Jack, you say we got a number at 9:45, 8:45?
8:45, yes.
Gotcha.
Not the biggest, but it will definitely move things. This morning we had ADP already, I believe, came out a little stronger. 63,050 was expected. Jay, you want to tell us a little bit? So what's this trade you've been taking?
Yeah, so the equity's been moving out of the gate, and this is just an opening range urgency trade is what we call it, right? If you see this box that I have here, Jack, I'm going to go regular trading hours only on this chart. We're going to move this target out of the way because it's cooking already. But
Jay,
we have 3-minute opening range, and you see this angle of VWAP, this red line here, Jack. You see how aggressively it's moving, leaving that range in the next 3-minute candle. I'm just getting in the flow of the market there. So I'm going to put a stop in here, 26.24.90, because we just had a burst of buying coming in there. And let's see, we'll try to stay in this one. Settlement is the target, but there's a block of selling that we need to stay below here.
Getting in the flow. You're in the flow state, Jay. That's it.
Yeah. VWAP aggressively leaving the range is why I'm in so early. And damn, that was potentially a opportunity to add there. 24.90. We'll leave it. We'll leave the one lot for now.
That's pretty cool. I don't say that often about trades in the show, but that's pretty nifty.
Yeah, it's honestly, Jack, this is A+ setup for me. The S&P is starting to look similar, but if we look at the difference here in the S&P, why I'm not in that trade, that VWAP is not aggressively leaving that range to the downside. So there's a lot more flow in the Russell right now. So what I normally do is I'll have all three up and just see which one is the cleanest flow, and then I'll take that one. And in this case, it was the Russell.
NASDAQ gave back its bounce here at the open for the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
What do we got? VIX up close to 23 right now. Just a reminder, in case you weren't aware, everybody out there, just be careful today. Like, the markets are crazy right now. I mean, just kind of all over the place. So make sure you got your stops, lighten up the size. Like I was saying yesterday, it's either got to be see money, take money, or pretty wide.
Yeah. Small size, wide stops.
Neil says, does that work often? If you look at one market every day, you're probably not going to find this trade every day, right? Because sometimes the markets we trade are going to be consolidated. Sometimes they're going to be a flow. But if you look at 3 different markets, you give yourself a better opportunity for it to work in one of them. And that's why I'll keep all 3 up. I'm not ever going to trade all 3 at the same time. I'm only one man. But yeah, I mean, if you look at multiple, if you look at multiple markets, you might get one.
Yeah, I can make the argument that it works at least 50% of the time if you're looking for a 1-to-1.
Right.
That's a good mathematical argument. All right.
Okay.
A little bit of sell-off here.
Ask you a question, Jack. Do you believe in the random walk theory?
do I believe in the random walk theory?
What's your take on that while we're watching these markets?
I mean, kind of. I look more at the volatility in general. Um, I think it's very hard. I think there are ways to exploit, we're talking about like market making, like the microstructure of the market. I think that's basically impossible to do if you're just point and click trading in the futures. We'll dive into this as we're on for the next couple of days. We'll get down to my true beliefs on all of this.
I like it. I like it.
So I trailed my stop down a little bit more here. Again, I don't want to trade this with a profit target. We are getting pretty close to settlement here, which is a potential support area. So this trade is not going to be a loser at this point. If I was in multiples, which I have been taking the trade with multiples this week so far, if I was in multiples, I'd probably take one off, but I'm in a one lot, so got to make a finite decision about this trade here. But worst case scenario, we make $400 here. I saw somebody say, was my entry premature? Absolutely, right? We talked about this yesterday during slow markets, but there's theory and then there's execution. In theory, I probably shouldn't have been in this trade as early as possible. But Jack, you're a basketball fan. You know when Steph Curry shoots a three and he turns around before it even goes in. This is one of those. This is one of those.
Okay. Yeah, it is feeling it. It's 8:40 Central Time, and we're already comparing ourselves with Steph Curry. I love it.
No,
selling off a little more here.
Hey, with that trade, compare yourself all you want, man.
I mean, sometimes you see it. Sometimes you see it. It's not always going to work like that. Let's see here.
NASDAQ right back down where we opened. These mid 800s. I'm looking at our Tech 9 stock, and they seem mixed. A little more on the green side. Obviously, NASDAQ's up 0.4. But Tesla's the big mover, up 2%. The rest are plus or minus half.
Still got Adobe on a heater here. Up again. It's still just above 23 right now. Still got Bitcoin in the spot above 72,000. We shall see. Did Jay just come on today? Cold. And catch the big one. We will see.
I'm about to get stopped out here. Oh, maybe not. I moved my stop down a little bit more, 26.17 half. Now, so what I'm doing now is just trailing behind these 3-minute candles. You see how we haven't taken out a prior 3-minute candles high? What I want to do is just stay behind that structure, right? So as long as that structure holds, I'll just continue to trail behind this.
Look at this. You're just talking about that. I'm going to stop out a little too soon.
Yeah. A little too soon. I should have been thinking about adding.
Done. Oh, this is
NASDAQ's
awesome.
pushing the session low now. We tested the low where we opened.
We do have that number coming in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
We just tagged settlement in the Russell. So we'll secure a little bit more of that profit. What?
There you go.
NASDAQ looking a little bit heavy for a breakdown. Maybe a retest of through 800. Maybe a retest of low 800s. See?
All right. 2 minutes until that number. Keeping an eye on the wire as well. Not seeing too much coming out at the moment. Looking for any exceptional stock performers or laggers. Not really seeing it. There's just sort of this general air of volatility.
Okay. Yes, there is.
Jay, how good does shorting the Russell feel?
It
feels I don't really trade the
honestly,
Russell,
Jack,
but I hate it.
So you should look for this trade, Jack, because it honestly, I've taken it. I took it yesterday, 15 minutes, Jack. It was a 5-lot trade. So the thing I like about trading the Russell, it kind of feels like trading micros, right? in the Nasdaq or the S&P because it's not super volatile, but it moves really well, right? I think yesterday we saw it. The Russell was down almost 3% on the day. So percentage wise, you get these huge moves, but it's not a scary trade. And you know, when it works, it works. So I took a short yesterday. This is slowly becoming one of my favorite trades to take. And got a message from our producers. Can I explain why I took this trade again? So this is what Coach Paul and I call an urgency trade. We're looking at an opening range trade. In this case, I'm looking at a 3-minute opening range. And if you look at VWAP, which is this red line right here, price and volume are leaving this range aggressively. I want to get into that flow. Why didn't I take this trade in the NASDAQ? Here's the same 3-minute opening range in the NASDAQ. If we attach VWAP to that, VWAP is still inside this range. There's no direction yet in the NASDAQ here. So is there a trade? Potentially, but I don't see the same flow trade. So just getting on the train that's moving.
Flow trade, flow state. I might have to join my Splash brother over there and get into something.
Well,
look at that trade, man. We filled the gap.
12 seconds. We got a number in about 10 seconds right now. One of those 845 numbers they try and sneak by you. Don't let it do that to you. S&P Services PMI coming out
Ooh.
right now. A little more. Jay.
Dinner's on you, Jay.
51.7. Slight
Should
miss.
have bet more.
52.3.
You almost did, too.
always.
You almost did.
I almost did. Almost did. So there's 100 lot now at 26.15. My stop's under that. We're just going to keep trailing this. Oh, and make sure we get this target out of the way. Heard my guy Jackie P say, don't trade with targets in the market, especially in volatility. So I'm taking that target out of the way. We'll just trail this as it goes.
My man. Hurry and
About
get the
20
target out
points
of the
right
way.
now.
Like, it's going there too quick.
I'd say, no. I'm not ready to get out yet.
Usually it's the opposite. You're moving someone's moving their stop loss. There you go. There you go. Look at that.
Again, just trailing behind this 3-minute structure here. As long as we don't take out a prior candle's high, I'm good staying in this trade. We got settlement right here. Another big block of selling just came in the Russell. About 200 contracts just traded in a second at these lows, which could give us a pop up to those 26.15. So I will be out in potentially a second here. Let's see.
Leave one on for the liquidator.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Now I'm out.
Nice trade. There we go.
And what was the result?
Plus 772. Plus 772. So about 17 points or so.
Heck of a trade off the rip there for Jay. I want to clarify, by the way, because someone was talking about like, don't trade with targets. What I mean by that is I don't like having orders sitting in the market to close something because you take like, sure, if you're going to walk away from your desk, absolutely, why not? But the problem is if something crazy happens, you're basically capping your possible upside. Like you always have a stop in. Like if you're there, you can still have a target. Just wait until the last moment to put the order in.
Yeah, if you're watching it and managing it, yeah, it's I don't use profit targets unless like it's very volatile and I'm looking for maybe like a spike up, quick fill, and then a turnaround, or I'm in like 3 contracts and I'm looking to close one of them at a location, sure. But I mean, there has been times I get into a trade and we pop like 50 points in the NASDAQ and I was only looking for like 10 points, 20 points. And if I didn't have a take profit, you're sitting pretty.
Excellent. Man, I'm looking at the gamma stuff right now. We are in freeform jazz, man. There is just negative gamma up and down. I would expect us just to move pretty wildly around here. Direction unknown. So take that for what it's worth.
You kind of see it getting stuck in this area here, Jack?
No. I just see like the moves being exaggerated one way or the other.
Gotcha.
Here in the NASDAQ, we're seeing like 30 points up, 30 points down. We're seeing that volatility, which is reflected in the VIX. hanging out in these around 22, 23.
We got some questions about anchored VWAP here, so I'll explain that if we can get back to my charts. Unless these guys are scanning a trade here,
Someone
I
says
think
there
there's
goes
more room.
gold.
Gold just move. Oh yeah, gold
Yeah,
selling off
sorry,
here.
Jay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't know. I'm just reading
51.57.
that.
So anchored VWAP really quick on your drawing tools. 5 icons down on the drawing tools. You have forecasting and measurement tools. Anchored VWAP is halfway through that menu. Just click on a candle, and it anchors the VWAP to that candle.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
try to do a
Gold's
little
down
bit. Yeah.
$30 in 2 minutes.
Ay, 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 ay. Also, today, since the show is a little bit different, feel free at any point, if you're in the chat, do like a little bit of a Reddit. Ask us anything. If you have any questions for anyone, throw them out there. We'll try our best to get to them at some point.
Let's do it. AMA.
So
That
I think there's
sell-off
more
of
room.
gold was.
Damn,
I'm sorry,
bullish
Jay.
trade.
Go.
Go ahead, Dakota. No, you go. You go.
No, I keep interrupting you. Our timing. Uh, no, I was just looking at this gold and debating about buying it because each time gold gets slammed like this, they have been great buying opportunities lately. So I'm watching gold. I'm going to keep my eye on the micro gold here.
All right. We're eyeing the equities. We're eyeing gold. Anyone dare tango with oil today?
If I had the data, I would. If
Yeah,
I
let
had
me
the data,
check.
I would. It's been such a clean move.
Chat, AMA, and they go a little wild.
Yeah.
Donnie, this would
AMA
be a
within
sick.
reason.
Yeah, AMA within reason. I'm not trading on my phone, Donnie, and this would be an absolutely sick setup if I was.
What's your view on vegans? I don't know. This is America, man. You do you.
Yeah. I had a friend that was a vegan, and then he fell off a mountain, and first meal he had after getting out of the hospital was a steak. And he said, "Life's
Oh,
too
wow.
short to not eat meat."
There
True
you
story.
go. That's wild.
That sounds like a commercial.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be positive and affirming to everyone these days. So if you're a vegan, I appreciate your discipline.
100%.
All right, 68.
That's that kind of
This game's
started
making
lows
me
range.
hungry now. Walmart's down 0.8. That's probably the worst performing tech stock today.
You're reminding me to go and check. I'm looking through these things. Is there anything that's making Jack sweat right now? Currently, SanDisk is currently my biggest thorn in my butt right now, Dakota.
Why? Why?
Because same way it always happens, Dakota. I was short it, and then I found myself unintentionally in slightly long delta in it. It got hammered yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oof. I'm looking at that chart.
So for those playing at home, I would love, even though I'm short long term, I've sold some longer term call options. I would love SanDisk to get back above 600 in the next couple weeks. Come on, let's go. I'm an AI bull now.
Okay. Crude oil is surprising me a little bit, hanging out at 74.5, down a smidge today. Seen them.
Snuffle, for the record, I shorted it like 700 or something. We're cool on that end of it.
Yeah, look, buyers
Rallying a
stepping
little
in
bit.
on gold.
You got an upside target here in gold, Dakota? Was I long last night? I was long gold last night.
Yeah, you were long gold last night, I think. He was saying. No upside target. No upside target. Maybe 5,200 be a big round number line on the sand. 5,200 here in gold. That was a nice bounce that we got. I'll keep my eye open. Nasdaq, right back up. We're headed towards session highs. Can we see 25,000 in the Nasdaq today?
Could. We could. Right now, it's still trading in that 3-minute opening range. Volume is still flat. So if somebody else started buying it 100%, looking at the delta right now, positive 800 in the Nasdaq. So they're trying. How much are they getting for it?
I mean,
Yeah,
we could see 26,000 in the Nasdaq today. We could see 24,000 in the Nasdaq today.
Anything.
anything
could happen.
Yeah. Amazon's going. We're going on Amazon. It's catching up. We're up 3% on Amazon in the last 5-10 minutes.
There you go, Jassy. Amazon has had a tough sledding as of late. I guess during all of this, one of the drone attacks or something was directed at an Amazon like data center in the Middle East, and it's like, like now we got that to worry about. Future's freaking me out, man.
I almost put a long on Netflix yesterday. I'm looking for Netflix to hit $100. We are just about there.
Good on you. I think I said before, one of the best futures bond spread traders I ever knew. Just would kill it day in, day out, and probably lost a good portion of his earnings shorting Netflix constantly over the same period of time. It's like didn't Phil Ivey like just lose a ton of money in like some particular game?
Phil Ivey, the
Dakota, you would know that.
Yeah, that's what you're referring to, right? The poker player.
Yeah, I thought I heard somewhere that like he absolutely kills it in like what you would expect, but there was maybe someone in the chat would know. I thought there was some game he kept on playing that he would just keep losing in.
Coach Hoop saying cattle moving.
Poker, I'm sure.
We do have 3 minutes.
Omaha.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay. No, there were some questions about depth of market and stuff like that, but we'll get to that later. We got trades going on right now. Potential trades.
Someone's saying Baccarat.
He also, that's a fascinating story if you want to think about Edge. The other game, he also, with his partner, I think, was it like in Bridge or something? Like, people were saying the way he did it was unfair, but like, hey, they were able to negotiate those rules with where they were playing. It's fair game. It's like saying the markets are manipulated. Loser mentality.
Rusty's not manipulated.
At the top of the hour, so in about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, we got U.S. ISM Services PMI, got a 53.5 expected on that. Got crude oil inventories at 9:30, but if you're trading crude oil today, man, you're already mad. So like,
yeah,
whatever on that number.
Yeah, crude's down 0.5% here, 74.22.
The Russell looks like it's going to fall apart. I'm trying to find a way back into this. I'm trying to find a way back into this short because this looks like it is going to fall apart.
You got a market button right there, Jay.
There's a risk assessment also. There's a risk assessment, but I think this is has the potential. Of course, anything we say here is for education, entertainment, and information purposes only. But I like continued shorts in the Russell here potentially.
Fair enough. Ooh, I got a question. This is a good question. Dakota, guys, would you pay $600 to reset an XFA, or is it better to start a fresh combine? My answer is going to be it depends. Um, it's not a one size fits all. Some traders who have the confidence in their system, I could lean towards yes. Others that maybe are struggling or they don't know why they took a loss or they don't have that confidence, I'm going to lean towards no. But if you have the confidence, I mean, I'd go back to a combine if I have the confidence in my system. Reprove it to yourself.
Yeah. I feel like if I give a true answer there, I'm going to get myself into trouble. But like, I think what Dakota said about a system is important. And if you think about what your system is for passing combines and it's consistent, you can do an analysis of your expected value, is what I would say.
There you go. And you could also
All right,
say
10
if you're
seconds until the number.
if you're asking that question,
What
you
number is
might
this?
know the answer.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, this is the
Man,
inventory
this is
number?
no. This is ISM.
Oh, okay. Like, I've never seen crude oil inventories move NASDAQ 60
Came out
points.
above PMI 56.1. Forecast was 53.5, previously 53.8.
Right.
Equities
And that
reacted
changed things
positive.
for sure. There we go. Yes, they did. That's why
Wow.
you don't trade before
Okay.
a number.
Yep.
Good in,
Amazon
good
up
out there,
3.2.
Jay.
Thank you, sir.
You caught the bulk of that move. The downside.
Yeah, it was that regular trading hour session close that really you have to start thinking position management there. I've seen it just turn around so hard there. We tag settlement and then just go the other way. But this ISM number just moved the markets around a little bit, so we can almost look at that like an opening range trade, right? Frame out the news candle and how does the market respond from there. Nasdaq is just pushing here. It's a couple hundred lots up there that might
Yeah.
get filled here. These 25,000s.
There's that same trade I took on Monday that was quote unquote stupid. That hey, we're getting a lot of momentum into these markets. I could see a push up to 25,000 here. There's only 20 points left on the bone over there.
Mhm.
Is it worth it? I might get into a long Nasdaq for a breakthrough to 25,000 if I could find a way to manage the risk. I like to see a brief pullback.
Yeah. The person R1S3 or whatever, that's not what I was implying. It's more that see, this is why this is why I can't really discuss. But like, um, I'll just move on. We'll talk about something else for a bit. Anyway,
Let's talk markets.
68.40. How about this ES, guys?
Right.
How about this? How about Bitcoin? Y'all like Bitcoin? 72,000 in the spot right now.
VIX still at 22. Crude oil. Yeah, man.
Like
Meta's up 2%. Broadcom up 1.5%. Tesla up 1.8%. Walmart's the negative, negative 0.8. Google negative 0.3. Amazon up 3. It is up 0.7. Okay. Kenny
Hmm.
Harris says, why would I long? This would be a momentum long, right? As a breakout trader, you want to get long with momentum or short with momentum to the downside, long with momentum to the upside. But the question always needs to be, where do you manage risk? How do you manage risk? If you can't manage your risk, then it doesn't matter what you think of a trade. It doesn't make sense, right? And so I'm waiting for a pullback See if I get in long for a push to 25,000. Now that we rejected so hard, it's no longer valid for me. So I did not take a trade, and I'm no longer looking for that push to 25,000 for a quick breakout.
All right. Well, we're in the middle of our range in the ES since the open. I've switched down to the 5-minute here. Just a little bit of like a larger holding pattern almost. We are so dependent on news at the moment.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
At any moment, a headline could come out, get these markets moving around, especially if you're trading commodities right now.
Definitely.
That move in gold yesterday really did not make any sense to me. The almost $400 sell-off that we had.
Yeah, when we went down to 5,000, I mean, sometimes when something doesn't make sense, there's an opportunity there, and
Right.
yeah, it was a viable opportunity. Obviously, hindsight, but
Well, while we're in the middle of this range right now, good time for us to hit the tip of the week. We still got graphics here.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the week.
They may come slightly slower,
Ugh.
but they're still here. Tip of the week. It's going to pop up right about now. Tip of the week. Learn to accept losses. This is incredibly necessary. Got to stay in the game. They're a natural part of trading. Shut it down. Know if you're on tilt. Stay calm and analyze your mistakes. Jay, is there anything that's helped you learn to accept losses?
Uh, the scabs, the wounds, they heal over time, Jack. At some point you just have to accept that if I'm ever going to make money doing this, I have to be okay being wrong. And it's hard, right? No one likes being wrong. But I think you lose enough money over time that you say, okay, let me give myself an opportunity to actually make money. That focus on execution, not outcome, I think is the biggest thing. I'm actually going to get short the Russell again here.
Boom.
Okay.
Risking about $200 on this one, 250 or so. But yeah, focus on the process, right? Dakota says it all the time, process over profits. This could be a quick stop out here. But yeah, if this trade stops me out and then I throw a temper tantrum, that's probably not being a mature trader. So
there you go.
Accept the losses.
Embrace the tip of the week.
There you go. I'm out. Quick out there.
Accept those losses. You can't go swimming without getting wet.
Oh, that's good. If Andre were here, he'd say that goes in the book.
Goes in the book. Yeah, that's my my boxing coach been telling me that all the time. People that are scared of getting punched, you joined up, man. You can't come box and not expect to get punched in the face.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do. We're traders. We assume the risk, we manage it, and you can't expect to be placing trades on a week to week basis without taking losses every once in a while.
And Emmons, don't let your last trade become your last trade. I've never heard that one
There you
before.
That's a good
that
one.
might be a good entry
I
point.
like
That's
that
really
one.
good. All right. I'm going to get one of those, we're streaming on YouTube. I'm going to get one of those neon signs everybody has that says that. Don't make your last trade your last trade. Although if I were going to have a last trade like that, it would be cool to immortalize it on YouTube on Topstep TV. Just like memes.
This is
like,
it. This is it. This is the last one.
Epic crash out. Nearly 40-year-old man dies inside. Still looking like, man, it's still soupy in the options here. We're kind of, because we're right near where we opened. We're kind of in the middle of the, like the straddle range for the day. Maybe if we get down to 40 points lower in here, there's some support. But yeah, still expecting just a lot of moves back and forth.
Nasdaq pushing towards
Well,
the
there's
25,000s here.
yeah, I know. I just about jumped in, and hey, sometimes
You got about
hesitation.
200. Got about 200 on the offer at 25,000 evens. You want a cave, man? I don't know how much it's worth it
Yeah, I
for
could
5 points here, but
yeah, risk 50 to make 5. Worth it.
Making the break towards 6850 SPX. Supreme Court did not release any opinion on the Federal Reserve Cook case today.
Mm. Nasdaq. 25,000.
those
There it is.
25,000s. Yeah, there's a bunch
Well,
of orders stacked up there. There's a lot up there still. Another 100 at 25,005, another 127 at 25,010. It's like every 5 points they just got them stacked up.
they're unloading up there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the 25,000. Just without me.
Now the tilt's 50-50, which seems very appropriate given this market action.
You guys ever read a
You-
comment in the chat and you question the relevance of it for the conversation that we're talking about? Anytime I see that, I just assume it's a bot.
Some random comment, yeah.
It's just like a randomly scheduled bot comment. It's like, yeah, it's 10:09 Eastern time. Let's post this comment here. I'm not gonna ask which one. I'm not gonna call out which one I'm talking about, but you know who you are.
Does it? Is it sentient?
It might be. I don't know.
Half the debates
You
I
guys
have
stick.
on social medias, I feel the
Yeah.
same way. Just, is this worth replying to? And then I reply.
The answer is no.
Get into like a 3-hour long back and forth over some random robot online.
So, reversing a little bit here, I will say having I don't really use social media. Little humble brag there, but being on YouTube for the last like 2 years, I've definitely grown a thicker skin as far as the comments and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
If we
for
stick
sure.
around until the end of the week, I will reveal, and it was from the last few months, the one series of comments that made me absolutely furious. Like I went on tilt, not from trading, but just from what was going on in the chat. So maybe on Friday I'll reveal that.
Oh, I can't wait
Okay,
for that. I
I'm
can't
all
wait
for
for that.
that
That's gonna
one.
be good. Still like this Russell short. It's not really seeing the flow to the upside the same way I'm looking. I don't want to force the trade here. We are still holding below that 3-minute opening range. This purple box on my screen here. Don't want to force the trade, but I don't mind taking it again if it does set up. Everything
There we
else is kind
go.
of pushing to the upside though, so I got to be conscious here.
Yeah. Session high is a few points away in the ES.
Nasdaq hitting it. We got a 40-point pullback in Nasdaq, right back up to these session highs.
Donnie Mac says, "I hope I make the edit." Is that an edit you want to make? What's your claim to
There's
fame?
no such thing as bad press. So we're going.
Here we
Right, we were
are.
pushing
There
there.
to stop new
Yeah,
highs.
pretty nice.
And now we are exactly at 6850 in the SPX. So I don't necessarily see anything too when I talk about like stickiness, I don't see too much here that looks sticky. Maybe up around 6870 in the SPX.
Who? Cattle up 400 points.
that a good thing? Bad thing?
You're buying steak. Not that good.
Hmm.
Romero, yeah, I get tilted on some comments too. Stupid trade comment.
All right. Maybe I should clarify that because now I feel bad. People are like, "Well, was he talking about me?" No, there was a comment about the house account which has not taken a trade today. So I don't know where that came from. This person just woke up choosing violence on the house account that has not traded.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
so get a little refresh. That was yesterday. Make sure you're watching the right stream.
Look at this. We tapped
Returning
on
here.
68.50 exactly.
Wow. Same with the Nasdaq. We tagged 25,000 twice and rejected both. We're right back down. 960s.
Here's a good question. Did you guys ever have a time you wanted to quit trading? What was the reason that you stayed in the industry?
This week.
Um, well, I mean, I had a
This year.
time when trading quit on me.
Ooh, trading quit on you.
Yeah. It's called getting fired.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, that was definitely for the best at that point. And I took a few years off at that point doing various other things and pursuits, but then it's like kind of pulled me back in.
I've taken 6 month breaks where it was just like this is just way too much stress. Just not in the right place to be trading right now, and the markets are always going to be here. If they're not, then we got a bigger issue. So yeah, there's definitely been times that I thought about quitting. Why do you continue to come back? Kind of what you enjoy doing, what you love to do. There's obviously the opportunity to make money from it as well, but uh, you know, I think if I had to, would I take a break again? 100%. We are continuing to push here.
I've never wanted to
Hmm.
quit.
Get out of here.
No, but I think it's easier not to quit too when it's not your full time job and source of employment. Like that,
For sure.
I can attest. Like I spent 7 years, I think, where like trading was my career, full time employment. It's where the checks came from, right? And that I did not love. Let's put it this way: I loved the lifestyle for like the first 4 years, but when things aren't going well, that is a really tough place to be.
Yep.
I like it more now, where it's like you know you have another job, you have stuff you do, and you can kind of be far more selective with what you're doing. Like I'm not trying to. I just take trades like in my personal account now for like love of the game.
The love of the game. These comments.
I am working on clearing this short bias out of my head in the Russell right now. It is obviously disagreeing with me. So I don't want to continue to force this trade. I took it one time. I might just switch over to a different chart. I got some questions about what is this green box. This is just a fib tool, but I take all of the fib levels out and I'm just looking at the high low 50% and just anchoring it to session opens, high volume, stuff like that. S&P continuing to push here. You got any options levels, Jack, that are interesting? About 45 minutes in.
We're kind of, I mean, theoretically, let me just switch down to the 0 days to see if there's anything.
Nasdaq session highs.
Maybe around 68.80. This normally, just to give you an idea of what today looks like to me, I would think the 68.50, which we're kind of going through right now, would be big, but in the actual like trading, I'm not seeing anything that looks sticky there. I still have it marked on my chart, but No, maybe things will fill in later in the day, but not a lot to hold on to for me at the moment.
This is
As like trying to hold
wild.
above prior day high here.
We're holding really strong. I mean, we really just held this 3-4 months range, 5 months range. Yeah, we
Back and
bounced off
forth.
those 24,400s, and here we are breaking through it. Nothing. What will bring this market down? So resilient.
Really is.
I mean, it is resilient, but it's, we're still what's going to bring it above SPX 7,000 too. I mean, we're still just kind of treading water for the last, you know, right now we're trading the same place we were on October 9th.
Yeah, Nasdaq running. See some resistance, maybe 25,080s, 25,090s zone. Does Nasdaq go back up to 25,400s? We've been there a few times this month.
What was that price? 25,400
Yeah, the zone.
today? Where are we at right now? Oh,
I wouldn't say today, but I'm just talking. Is that where we headed
yeah.
that way?
So right now, 25,400 is the 50-day moving average. That looks like a nice target, potentially. We're holding above the 20-day right now.
Thinking of
This
it.
is looking pretty strong
There's
here.
Yeah, it's going. I've zoomed out and I'm just thinking big picture right now. Just looking where we're at for the year, all that. We're still down what, a couple percent for the Nasdaq for the year, over
Mm-hmm.
2%.
Yeah, despite all that, we're only a couple percent from the all-time highs. I saw Hoop mention the hammer of justice. That level would be, well, it depends on what's happening with news. We're making new highs, new highs, new highs.
Oh my gosh.
Is there a way to get in this?
Who-
After that news came out, that changed everything. That
Yep.
ISM number came out and really got things going.
These Tech 9 stock, they're just running. Broadcom up 2.1, Meta up 2%, Tesla up 3.3, Nvidia now up 1.5, Amazon,
Oh,
they're going.
guys, SanDisk is 600 on the dot right now.
There you go.
Thank you,
There
SanDisk. Now just stay here for the next
Another
12
100 lot
days.
up here in the Nasdaq. 200 lot actually. That just got filled. They're just cooking through these offers
big,
here.
yeah, big resistance here at these 80s. If this goes, I think we can make a run. This, I'm not stepping in front of this thing. Look at it. Look at the hourly chart too. We're at these 80s. How many
No, yeah,
points?
not until on Monday the hammer of justice rightfully came at SPX 6,900, almost to a T. That's about 30 some points higher than we're trading right now in the ES.
68.93. Looks like a nice resistance up there. Let's see. Another 200 lot up here in the Nasdaq 25,079s. A caveman at 25,000, Dakota.
I know, man. I know.
That's a tough trade to
We're
take.
positive for the week. We're positive for
Yeah.
the week. The weekend we went to war. Like, just so resilient.
Mm-hmm.
VIX
Well,
down to
really not
20.
a
Okay.
lot.
That's not nothing.
I told you it would go to 25,000s. I told you. Just filled that 200 lot there. 79s in the Nasdaq.
Again, great short and cover off the open, Jay.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah,
Gotta be
I'm
flexible.
do see another potential trade here, but I'm not trying to get anchored to that bias. I'm trying to find a way, if this is going to continue to rally, what makes sense, right? What would be decent risk to reward trade? There's still room up to prior day highs in both the Russell and the S&P. S&P prior day high 68.86. I think what I'm going to do right now is probably wait for the initial balance to be set. Right, we got initial balances set in 5 minutes, and then I'll maybe take another trade from there. I'll continue to trade. I saw somebody say, "Did Jay give back some of the profits that he made?" Yeah, right. I don't look at trading as it's just one trade. One thing I am conscious of is that I'll make this day a winning day in this account no matter what. So I'm gonna secure at least $150, right? So we secure a winning day. But if I see another trade opportunity, I'm gonna take it.
We have some news to get to, but I'm going to wait till we stop running these highs here. It's currently 68.78 3/4 in the MES.
Toxic trait in me saying short this NASDAQ up its resistance, but I'm not going to against all this. Why short, you say? Well, Walmart's red.
That's it?
That's it. No, I seen a comment earlier where someone's like,
there's a question here, and I keep seeing us getting tagged in it, so I'll answer it. And just from the other side of the camera, right? When we're doing the show and we're looking for trades, some questions are a lot easier to answer than others when markets are actively moving. Where in the Topstep documentation is not a question that either of us are probably going to answer while we're actively scanning trades. So maybe wait until the markets slow down, but I'm sure it's somewhere there on the website. We had a great help center where a lot of those questions can be answered. But
definitely,
it would be a very boring show if we sat here and read through the FAQ on the website. No one wants that.
yeah, or offers like support tickets, right?
Right.
There.
We're continuing to push here.
And look at this NASDAQ
highs,
going.
What a move.
Yeah, we just blew through this resistance here at these 25,080s. This is the highest we've ever been in March, the NASDAQ.
Interesting.
Monthly highs we're making.
What a stat.
Prior day high coming up here in the S&P. 68.86.
Wait, is that true? Yeah, Amazon up 4%.
Let's go. Bitcoin still cooking 72,700 in the spot. We were getting awfully comfortable in those 70s, or sorry, the 60s.
Look at this NASDAQ just not stopping. What's
ISM
it's
never
overnight?
really do this much?
Yeah, apparently so.
Can't just be that.
No.
Oh, from overnight lows, the NASDAQ is up 600 points. Over 600 points. BTFD.
I call that a winning trade, Dakota. You were talking about potentially shorting it, and we're up 30 points from there. That is a win. Nice trade.
Yeah. Sometimes the best trade is the one you don't take.
I think it's probably safe to call the initial balance lows in.
Still minute 45.
Right. Anything can happen. Headline-driven markets.
Well, before we get to that initial balance, we do have a news story here. The private sector added 63,000 jobs last month. We got a little video here that I'll read over. That's according to payroll company ADP, which also revised its January numbers down to 11,000 from 22,000. February's new jobs were not only a huge increase from January, they also beat economists' expectations of around 50,000. Healthcare, education, construction, and information sectors saw the most growth. The Labor Department's report is due Friday. It includes government jobs and is often significantly different from ADP's numbers. And join our team. We want team players.
Thank you for that, Jack. Forgot we got jobs data out this morning. Not doing the opening call is like
Jobs
changed
week.
my jobs week, right? Jobs claims tomorrow, NFP Friday. If you didn't get enough volatility, we got more on the schedule for you. So NASDAQ continues to push highs here, 25, 136.75, new high of the day. S&P at its prior day high now.
It's been a wild week already, and it's only Wednesday.
Oh, it's going to continue. I think what we're seeing here is just squeezing shorts combined with no negative news yet today.
Yes, squeezing. Here we go.
Delta's positive.
These 140s.
Delta is positive in both the S&P and the NASDAQ. Bitcoin going nuclear? What is it doing?
Oh, we're at 72,000.
New highs of the day there too.
Mm-hmm. Buyers have stepped back into this market. Crude oil down 73.
We just got inventories in crude. Oh, actually not that far off. 3.475 million. Actual forecast was 3 million.
Okay, that's close to it's been for a very long time.
That's the closest I think I've ever seen that number.
Oh, good for the
Actually,
EIA.
Wasn't there a time, Dakota, where you said watch it come in right in on the numbers, and it did?
Yeah. The one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking crap about how bad they were off, and I'm like, watch it, and it did. You know. The one and only time. Nvidia up almost 2% now. That was the first hour?
Yeah, first hour already. It's pretty quick. Now the initial balances are set.
Lows were indeed in, Jay.
Hey, man, like you said, right, we deal in uncertainty here. There was probably a 99% probability that they were in, but we've been doing this long enough. Some random headline comes out and changes everything.
Yep.
24,826 is the low in the NASDAQ. 68,1775 is the low in the S&P.
NASDAQ had a 20-point pullback and right back up. I know when I said this, Jay, 25,400s, maybe these upper 300s can be in play.
What are we at percentage-wise right now? I lost my quote board.
1.5. Yeah, we're up
1.5.
1.5% in NASDAQ. Yeah, but like everyone's saying in the chat, Amazon's up 4%. So is Tesla. Most of the Broadcom and Meta are both up above 2%, so 2.3 and 2.6. So we could be up 2% here in the NASDAQ.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Still like that 6,900 as a target.
Scott Hodges, that is one I've not heard before. I'm going to add that to the list of people that I look like. Jordan Calloway. I don't even know who that is, but apparently I look like him.
Yeah. Looking this up.
Prior day high to the tick there in the S&P, and we're rejecting maybe a little bit of a 3-bar reversal here. I'm seeing one on a 3-minute, potentially. Do I want to short it is the question. View up is still, for the regular trading hour session, pretty low here. No confirmed trade yet. Just scanning. Jack, you're looking at 6,900s up here, right?
I mean, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
We may reintroduce, and we go back.
I can see Jordan Calloway in you, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Here, I'll send it. I'm sending this to you.
To me,
Yeah, you
we
look,
got
or you
a.
seen what Jordan Calloway looks like?
Oh yeah, I just Googled him. Yeah, I could
Oh,
see
okay,
it
okay.
if you squint a little
A
bit.
little bit, a little bit.
All right, seeing a little bit of a
I
turn
mean,
here.
it's no Seth MacFarlane for me. Little bit, little bit of a turn.
Yeah, I was in Goodwill Hunting.
Matt Damon. 68.77.5. We're about almost 10 points off the high of the day in the ES. Patrick Harrington, love it.
We got some
Oh,
sellers
here we
stepping in
go.
this Nasdaq
Yes,
now.
we
Here.
do.
All right, 3-bar reversal down to these 25,100s.
The Wall Street Journal, Western official estimates Iran likely has just days of missile strikes left. Just reporting that because the Wall Street Journal says it's just Western official, so take that any way you'd like to. We are selling off a little bit.
Yeah, Lucas, that IB was a nice short. Once that initial balance was set, decent short opportunity there. I don't know if we could call that a failed upside auction yet. We it didn't really look above the high of the initial balance in the Nasdaq, but nice pullback there for sure. Now the question is, Dakota, is this a pullback to get in long, or is this falling back into the middle of the range?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'd look for maybe a little bit deeper of a pullback, maybe a retest of those 080s. I don't want to short right now. I'm not going to
Yeah,
short this momentum. I'd
I
rather
hear you.
wait for a little bit of a deeper pullback and look for a reversal to the long side. You're telling me I'm going to
Gnarly.
short the Nasdaq
Yeah.
when
Are
Amazon's
you
up
getting in?
4% is no, 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 no.
Okay. Gnarly Nate. Great YouTube name. What's the opposite of a V bottom? An A top? I would call it the opposite of the V bounce is the hammer of justice. But we didn't
Yep.
get there quite yet. All right, 12 points off in the ES at the moment.
CZ top.
I like that one.
Gonna drop down to the 5-minute chart again here.
Yeah, I can see a push back down to those 080s, but other than that, this could turn into a zombie rally, to be honest.
That's what it's looking like.
Could. I mean, it seems like there's not as much news flying around today, which is probably a good thing for everybody.
Those hundreds held.
They did. They did.
VIX is still holding on to that 20 handle, trading 20.74. Bitcoin's still 72,700 in the spot market. 10-year sitting comfy, 4.08. Let's take a look at what silver's doing.
We're at
Out
80,
Hogue
84
here.
half.
All right.
Someone said those hundreds held until they don't. Here's a second test. Yeah, this is looking heavy now.
Well, those that were brave enough to take that 3-bar reversal is pretty happy now.
Yep.
Who caught it? Who caught it in the chat? There's someone who's short on this 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there comes the chat. I mean, it's textbook. It's textbook. Yeah, look, I'm short too. Dub here, got it. Me,
Nice job.
100% of the chat caught this.
Back to 25,000s? Question mark?
Possibly, possibly.
We're starting to get more structure in the SPX options. We never got there, but up around that line above the high from Monday, pretty much 6,900 SPX. There's a ton of options resistance, we'll call it, building there.
Yeah. Let's just kind of explain a 3-bar reversal real quick. Sure. Sure. I'll do a brief explanation of a 3-bar reversal. Look at this. This is a 5-minute chart over here on the left-hand side. And this is all over Google if you just Google what 3-bar reversal is. But let's see if I could draw. There you go. Right here at the top, right? We have a trend. It doesn't matter whether it's long or short. This works both sides. We have this candlestick, which the wick, which is the highest high of this move. As soon as the very next candle breaks below the previous low, that is typically when that 3-bar reversal is. And a lot of, depending on how you trade it, you want your stop loss a bit be above that. Maybe you look for a 1-to-1 hold. I mean, look at this. We're starting to sell off now, but that is
Yeah, we are.
essentially a 3-bar reversal. How you trade it, how you manage it, how you look at it. Do you wait for the next candlestick to close? You have your stop loss wide. You stop. There's so many variances of how it is, but in its simplest form, that's what you're looking for. A reversal.
Prior day highs to the tick in the S&P. 68.86, down 16 points from there.
I was just thinking the same thing, Jay. I was like trying to figure out, so like, why there? Why do we turn around to there?
Yeah. Yesterday's high.
Ooh, Microsoft turned red a little bit. Everything else is green. Microsoft and Walmart.
All right. Robinhood's up 8% today.
Is there news out on that?
I guess people are maybe there's just more volume in the 0-date calls.
That and crypto's up, maybe. Are they?
Oh yeah,
They do
I
well
mean
with
that
crypto.
they do. Most of their so Robinhood makes money from a couple of different sources. You know, there's like transactional income from people making trades, and then interest income. For the transactional income, a huge the two main drivers are options and crypto, right? And
Mm.
crypto had decreased somewhat in their last quarterly earnings, obviously, with Bitcoin getting chopped in half. But this is a really big day for crypto today. We're up 6.6% in the spot market.
6.6%. I think I'm back to even on my Bitcoin position. I've just been buying slowly every day, Jack, since we've been
All
driving.
right.
But the
So
first
he's
buy
got
was at
those.
85,000. So yeah, had a little work to
DCA,
do,
baby.
and that's
DCA.
yeah.
That's long term, right? You're gonna hold it for longer than a day.
Exactly,
So that's
exactly.
different.
Last try with this Russell short. Short from 2638, 2636.80. Stop is going to go 42, 2642, 41 and a half. This will be the last try with this trade. Do I trade on anything else, Neil? Nope, just here on Topstep TV. Just don't do it. I did it already. Is it too late? Am I gonna get cooked here, chat? If I do, it's already too late. But again, like I said, I'm gonna secure the profits on the day. No way this is not gonna be counted as a winning day in this live account. If this one stops me out, I'll just lock the account out and maybe we switch over to trading combine for the rest of the session. But I like this trade.
Ooh,
Seeing some rejection here, seeing a
Nasdaq
little bit of a
just
turn. Yep.
Maersk, which is a big shipping company. You might see them on the side of shipping crates. We are temporarily suspending cargo bookings acceptance in and out of the UAE, Oman, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, and Saudi Arabia until further notice.
okay. Look at this short. Look at come on, come over there. Flash brother up. They're gonna do it again.
Let's see. I don't know if this one's as good. There's a question about where am I anchoring view up to in this case. High of the day. High of the day. You see this red line here? It's holding as a resistance. I like the structure of this 3-minute candle right here. You see how we're holding 50% of it. That's why I'm in this short. We're back inside the opening range as well. And view up for the New York session is still all the way down here. So that's really the target on this trade. Might not work. We'll see. Risk is defined. We'll just let this play out. Poll in the chat. Who in the chat has traded the Russell before? I'm going to vote yes. I'm going to assume that most of those votes are going to come back no.
You know, it would have been no about 10 weeks ago, but I did take one Russell trade on the show, I think, during Power Hour.
Interesting time.
What'd you think, Jack?
Power hour.
I don't know. It's like get away from my security blanket, but like I kind of like the idea of it because it's just like my feelings on the Russell itself are known, but
Right.
I mean, on a longer term, you know, you look back the last 5 years, a much better trading range in the Russell, right? Because
Yep.
it actually goes down.
Right. I'm wondering if my stop is in a place that's going to get tagged. The high of this candle. We'll leave it.
Nasdaq's having. There's a lot of selling pressure now coming into the Nasdaq. It's just a lot of these equities. So here it is. I like that
Yeah.
position.
See if they all want to move together today. So far, they have been.
I mean, that's a beautiful looking 3-bar reversal right there on the Russell.
Right.
Yeah, at those highs. Yeah.
Better trade location. I would be sitting pretty right now. Who is this Russell guy anyway?
That's a good question for AI.
What I also kind of really like about this trade is on a higher time frame, well, kind of medium time frame. We're looking at a 30-minute chart here. We have a high time frame moving average, which is the 200 here on the 30-minute. And we don't have volume trading above it, right? So VWAP for the full session so far is still below it. So I'm kind of looking at this as empty price action. It's this VWAP is tilted upwards, so there is some upside pressure in this market, but maybe a fade back down to VWAP is what I'm looking for here.
The Russell 2000 refers to the Frank Russell Company, which was founded by
Frankie Russ.
Frank Russell in 1936. The index was created. Oh no, the index was created in 1984. So there's a chance that Frankie Russ maybe did not survive to see his name attached to the index.
If I could turn the lamp, you know what? If we get to 700 likes, I will turn the lamp off behind me. I don't do anything for free.
Yep.
Giveaways.
No free lunch. What are we at? 343. Hit that like button. Get those thumbs up. We appreciate you all being here. Like and subscribe. This is #Fast Markets. I'm Jay. That's Dakota. That's Jack. Thank you for joining us this morning. And if you want to see the light turned off, you got to hit that thumbs up button.
It's the internet. I love this.
Yeah. We represent a company called Topstep. Most of them aren't here today, but we're the remnants.
The remnants.
They left the door open and let us in.
It's like when they had the State of the Union. They got the one guy in the bunker. That's me. Once again, a sign of extreme importance.
All right, Russie, you coming to get me?
Three-bar reversal to the long side of the Nasdaq, maybe.
Yeah. Yep, I'm out of this. Come on, if you're going to do it, do it. There we go. All right, stopped out. There we go. Plus 246. I'm going to go ahead and lock this live account for the day. That is a winning day. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a combine because we still have a show to run here. But took a couple opportunities. Still the same trade thesis, risk management over everything. First trade was the best one. And then after that, the market kind of shifted structure. I maybe got married to a bias a little bit, which happens. So, there's inevitably going to be the person in the chat that says, those were stupid trades. Why does he keep shorting it? It's going up. I promise you, if you trade long enough, you're going to catch yourself in that same situation. Risk management over everything. So locking in $246 and we'll switch over to a combine and keep going from there.
All right. Yeah, in the ES, at least we kind of turned the 6850 SPX has taken on a little bit more importance here. It was the resistance overnight, and now it's where we bounced just a few minutes ago. So I'll keep an eye on that. Maybe a place to check on if you're looking to get long.
Yeah, that first trade was sick, right? Shanks, I should have just stopped.
I know. Hey. Drop the mic there.
Right.
Just walked off.
Yep. I went from Jack, you'll understand this reference. I went from Steph Curry to Nick Young.
That's one of my favorite clips of him missing that three is one of my all-time favorite clips.
Turns around with his hands up. And the ball just rims out. Shout out to Swaggy P. I think this trade is still going to work out. Maybe my stop was a little bit too tight. We are still holding the candle that set the high, but again, I'm not going to continue to force trades and put money behind it. So we switched over to a combine. We'll see here. What are you seeing, Dakota?
I'm waiting. I'm looking for longs. I like a deep pullback here, but patience pays. As Mr. Matt says, if Dakota isn't a long, he needs to stop talking. I'm actually in a position. I'm in the best position. That's flat. It's the position
Ooh,
that traders are in most, or at least should be most of the time.
Should be.
Yep. Cash is a position, if you didn't know that.
Buddha.
Top of the hour coming up here.
Yeah, so we
Can't
got
pay.
at noon we got a White House press conference. Looks like Trump will be on a phone interview at 12:30. Beige book coming at 1 p.m. And guys, we got a Trump roundtable. That's all it says. Coming up for Power Hour today.
Ooh, Ooh, I like this one.
Broadcom earnings after the bell. What's up?
Someone says, you can't pay the bills being flat. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because when you're flat, guess what? You're in cash. I get 4% on unused funds. That pays my. I can pay the bills being flat. Gotta try
That is
harder than
true.
that,
There
Chad.
you go.
Come on. Come on. You can't make an
Well, yeah.
argument against being flat.
Well, yeah. I can use the example I talked earlier about uh my experiences with like being having a bad time when you're professionally trading being the worst is towards the end of when I left that industry, like I had a month that was probably like the most stressful month of my professional life. Just in there all the time, grinding, heartburn, calls every weekday in the middle of the night from a 22-year-old telling you you're down a bunch of money. And at the end of it, that month, I would have been in a better financial position if I had literally done nothing and like went on a cruise around the world. I would have ended up in a better financial position. So like the effort does not correlate with like results all the time.
Right. You could make an argument that the majority of traders would be better off financially if they'd done nothing this month.
I mean, that's just the God honest truth. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all know the stats.
We all know the stats of trading. It's not
Stats are the
not as
stats
easy as
for
it
a
looks.
reason.
Yep.
What a nice turnaround there we had in the NASDAQ. Pulled down to those, what was that, 30s, 25 30s, and right back up.
Yeah, Jay, I know. You want to talk about 3-bar reversals?
There's another one.
I've
Another
been
one.
getting really good at calling these trades out and not taking them.
Hey, that market button works.
Hey, you know what? I'm up $60, okay, and
There you go. There you go.
I'm still green on this screen. That airport trade.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. We're also getting ready to make new highs of the day. Happy I'm out there. Yeah, from 9 Central on, this has just been a rally. After that number came out, got a little too heavy short there, and turned around. What's gold doing? Chopping around here. What's the chat doing? How are you guys doing?
Yeah,
Let's get a vibe check out there. Who's trading well right now? Who's
they're
not trading so well? Who's learning something right now? 70% long in the S&P, so somebody's trading. 70% long
they're
tilt.
mixed. They're mixed. Who took that 3-bar reversal too? The long side.
Mm.
Good question.
Green, but it's not my favorite day. Learning more about myself. Hey, that's always a good.
There you go.
Minus 90, minus 74. Not too bad, honestly. Those are the toughest thing to do is stop trading when you're down, just a little bit. Yeah, VIX at 27. Just above. Here goes
Here we
Nasdaq.
go. New
Point.
Here
highs
goes
coming up
Nasdaq.
here.
ES is still about 7 points away from that.
The 90s. Yeah, Coach Hoop saying that poll came back better than expected. 60-40. 60% of the chat has not traded the Russell, 40% have. And speaking of the Russell, new highs of the day there. NASDAQ coming up next.
Thankful for sticking to my risk plan. Nice.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Chapman says, doing well.
5
Thank
points.
you. Getting personal. Matt, I appreciate you tuning in. You can also catch me for slow markets.
What time's that at, Dakota?
I moved it. We're starting 30 minutes early, so 7 p.m. Central. Jay, appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Last night.
It was a good show last night.
What? Good markets, too.
Yeah, they were. Jack, we got a question here that you might be able to answer, and or maybe not. Can you explain why we started tearing to the upside with bearish PMI?
Because I think that's far from what the market cares about right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Market can always do what you least expect.
Yeah. Some of these planned numbers, which in other circumstances I think would normally get us moving around. There's a lot of uncertainty that the market's trying to figure out, and probably care a lot more about that. And you get a knee-jerk reaction initially, but
I think you got to frame it as like, look at this. Here, I'll zoom out a little bit. You got to look at this week and ask, why did we sell off like 200 points in the ES? And, it's because of uncertainty increasing and with all the stuff going on in the Middle East right now. And that probably has, I don't know, a rough estimate, 10 to 50 times the weight of like the PMI number at the moment.
yeah. Yep. New highs coming up here.
It's looking like it.
Not seeing as much size on the book either, right? We had all those 100 lots on the way up initially. They're not there anymore. And I got a gold chart up right now, but I'll switch over to the NASDAQ, but not as much size up here.
See if we break through these session highs.
We're coming for it.
Dip to buy.
Russie leading the way. It was the first to make a high of the day. The S&P's pushing up to Jack's level here, those 90s. Go ahead, Dakota.
Bitcoin's up 7.5%. Spot is at 73,300.
Ripper.
Yeah, it is. New session highs, NASDAQ. Intel's up 4.5%. Look at the big market movers. Microsoft now green. Everything's green besides Walmart. There's a break. 25,150.
What's interesting to me, like I don't trade oil. There's a lot of reasons for that, but I'm paying close attention to it because I mean, that to me is the like biggest signal for what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's telling a different story than stocks and Bitcoin, especially right now.
Oil is telling a different story.
What story is it telling?
Yeah.
Well, that it's still like a risk off, right? Still, like we're not seeing a huge sell off in oil or something right now.
Fair.
Coach Hoop headline in the chat there: tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has dropped by 92%. We heard that headline earlier in the week, and then we heard I think it was yesterday, right? The president said the Navy ships were going to help escort oil tankers through the Strait. So
Correct.
that is
Yeah.
a level of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Like, what does that look like, right? Is that a safe travel through the strait? There's a lot going on there. So
I know they had issue with insurance, right? Who's going to insure these tankers now that they have uh, basically a security
It turns
guard
out,
with them?
Dakota, it's us. We're
Yeah,
going
I
to
know.
insure them.
I know. It turns out with the
yeah,
yeah. So we're putting uh, and Trump did say it, right? He's like, I think you said it. Well, yeah, yesterday, the day before, about how we could be higher for a little bit, but
yeah,
expect it to go lower below our
They're
previous low.
Yeah, I mean, they're considering it. I think, if we're being honest, the hope on their end would be that it doesn't come to that there's some sort of clear resolution that comes sooner rather than later.
I used to use fibs, Jay.
yeah. You still use them now? No,
Still
not so
do,
much.
but I used to too.
Not as much. I mean, for me lately, it's more of you could visually see a 50%
Yeah.
retracement, right? Like it's close enough. I'm a firm believer in zones, and Fibonacci's is just that the way that I view it. I mean, you look at the
Okay.
Nasdaq, and I'm not going to put a fib on, but I could tell you that's at least a 30% pullback
Yeah.
from that low. Here, all right, let's do
Jack,
it, shall we? I'll
was
put a fib on.
68.90 that price, Jack, you were talking about?
No, I'm still
That's SPX
waiting
68.90.
for, yeah, or more like 6,900 around there. So 6,908. It's marked on the chart here.
Gotcha.
Pretty much the highs from Monday. Like that to me seems that if we're going to rally, that's at least the point where we got to make a decision.
Hmm. We are seeing some selling coming in here right
Yeah,
now.
there's your fib, and we got to 23 or 0.236. Curious what the 30 was. Curious if that was 30.
Well, since we've paused here, we'll take a minute real quick to run a news story. Guess what, guys? Speaking of the insurers, tax filing season is underway. And although it may be a hassle to file your federal income tax return, if you're like a majority of US tax filers, you'll get a refund soon after you do. But this year, your refund may be larger for a couple of reasons. Ivan Rodriguez joins us live to discuss why and how people can take advantage of their extra cash.
There's two main reasons why Americans might receive a larger tax refund this year. First, Congress made a number of new and expanded tax breaks effective for tax year 2025. Also, most people did not adjust the tax withholding on their paychecks last year to account for the changes in their tax breaks.
Some people are getting larger child tax credits, lower tax brackets were extended. So for most people, there should be a little bit more in that tax refund this year.
Through the week ending February 20th, just about 29 million people had received 2025 federal tax refunds, averaging $3,800, according to the IRS. That's more than 10% higher than the same period last year.
This money can make a big difference in your overall financial well-being.
Ted Rossman with Bankrate says there are a few things to consider in terms of where to put your money to best use.
Credit card debt payoff should be a priority because the interest rates are so high. The average credit card debt load is around $6,700 according to TransUnion. If you make minimum payments towards that average amount at the average interest rate, you're in debt for close to 20 years.
Other areas to look at include boosting your emergency savings, saving for a home purchase, and investing. Although Rossman suggests not investing until you've checked off a few other boxes.
Historically, stocks have returned an annual average of about 10%. So your money's going to be doubling roughly every 7 years when that happens. So if you put that tax refund in today, that $3,800 could be around $10,000.
All right. There we go. don't know if I would assume a 10-year, or sorry, not a 10-year, but like a 10% return. But y'all do you.
It's pretty good, man. It could be.
Let's see here. 25,
Hey, I am
114.
short the Nasdaq.
Ooh.
Got this 3-bar reversal. I gotta switch this to points though. So there we have it. I am short the Nasdaq. Got this 3-bar reversal. Got a minute until it's confirmed. I'm gonna look for this market to rotate back down to the bottom of this. Maybe come down here to these 060s.
All right. Dakota's in there short. What are you short an MNQ?
Yeah, one contract at 25,114.
Did have a headline that came out. Senate taking procedural vote on war powers resolution to end the Iran operation. It's a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, that's been on the schedule. It says at 3:00. It just says Senate War Powers vote.
Interesting.
All right, 3-bar reversal confirmed with that 5-minute close. See if we can get follow through. Or is this the one 3-bar reversal today that doesn't work?
I'm short of one lot in the micro S&P with you.
All right.
Okay, all right, let's get it. Oh, look
All
at
roads.
this.
All roads.
All roads?
Well, that would be a banger of a trade.
Right.
I got the overnight VWAP down at about 68.34 at the moment.
Ooh, Nasdaq pushing lower. Let's get it.
John Q. Yes, that was a go-to snack, or shouldn't even call it a snack. Go-to meal in middle school and high school. You guys ever eaten ramen with Tabasco sauces? So good. Yeah. Chat, let us know what's for lunch. In the
You guys make me
in the
hungry.
chat, we're coming up on lunchtime. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. We're printing here.
Dakota short off that 3-bar reversal. Putting his money where his mouth is.
Yep. I now have permission to talk.
Nice trade there, sir.
Thank you. You as well?
Let's see if we can push it. VIX back above 21. Never got below 20 there. Got the low today around.
And there's
Where do you got that target?
boom, right there. Right there. Took profit. Got it. There we go.
Nice trade there, sir.
There's definitely more room. So if I was in multiple contracts, I'll take one off here and then leave one for a runner to see if we can go test the low, not the low, but these 060s, 050s. That's the point, Matt. Matt says, "Wow, Dakota actually, yeah. That's part of trading, right? You sit, you wait. You don't just sit here and click buttons and over trading. Trust me, I've overtraded way too many times in my trading career. Part of it. It's part of it. Take the
There's
trade.
always a trade. Like if you want one, there's always a trade.
Mm-hmm.
It's as easy as clicking a button.
You just click. Jay,
The S&P is coming up to this. Yeah, I'm.
you're cooking over there.
I should have been more patient in that Russell trade because now I think this is going to fall apart. But I'm taking the trade in a combine, which is fine, right? The process still plays out, but yeah, I'm doing a little bit of journaling in my head right now. A little too eager on those last couple Russell trades we took, but this is a nice one here. Target 68.57, but trailing as we go again behind this 3-minute candle structure. If we don't take out a 3-minute candles high, then we'll still be in the trade. We are coming up on what was support before, but let's see here. Nice trade there, Dakota.
I mean, that was worth waiting for, no?
Yep, I think so. That's
Obviously,
a good. Yeah, go ahead, Jack.
I was just going to say that Bitcoin obviously super correlated here with the risk on, risk off. It's back below 73,000, 72,870 in the spot. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to say, speaking of hold times, right? When I look at my stats, my average hold time in a trade is probably somewhere near 7 to 8 minutes. But it might take, and like Dakota was just saying, you might wait 2 hours to take a trade. I think that should be more considered in hold times, right? Sometimes a trader will say, "Oh, I get in a trade and I sit in it for 6 hours," and it might not be moving, so that contributes to the whole time. But if you find what you just did, Dakota, you found a momentum trade, got in it. That was really a 2-hour hold time in that trade because you sat here and waited for structure to get you into a position. So the time you sit flat waiting for a trade is valuable time as well.
Correct. Yep. And one of the hardest psychological things about trading is you could sit here for like an hour, 2, 3 hours, place a trade, and then lose money, right? When we're so used
Right.
to a regular job where you trade your time and you're going to get a paycheck, you're going to get money in exchange of sitting there and doing the work. Trading, do as much work as you want. There's no guarantee you're getting a paycheck. You might end up
Might make a
losing money
donation that
too,
day.
which is which is even just a tenfold the psychological weight that you put on yourself as a trader. Traders go through. Size down there, sugar booger.
The grayed out, the comments you guys can't see are where the action is at. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No news here. We got about 13 minutes until the Euro close.
I added a second lot there. It added like $4 of risk to $5 of risk to this trade. Stop's still the same spot. We haven't broken that prior candle's high, and we got up to it. So if we get more flow, if not, we'll get stopped out. $26. There we go. Out.
Where we bounced off on the Nasdaq too, right?
Yep.
60s.
Yeah. Do you guys ever look at 4-hour charts? Only ever when someone mentions it, to be honest. Is 4 hours not a time frame that I look at? I know a lot of traders do. It's a ton of great structure on a 4-hour chart, but I don't really look at them. What about you guys?
I was on one earlier when I was pointing out this major resistance at this 25,080 level. Yeah, sometimes to me it's less about is this a 4-hour or 1 hour, more about the market structure, right? Markets are fractal, and it's just how you want to view some of it. Because like this major resistance here at 25,400, you could identify that's major resistance on a 4-hour or a 1 hour. But yeah, I can see how it could be more consistent you are with your time frame, better.
Yeah, I mean, I look at all the, like 4-hour day charts is mainly what I look at. Maybe it's a little trickier. I mean, great for finding places, but if you're trading intraday, it can be pretty big. What are you laughing at, Dakota?
Just chat, man.
What are you smiling
I
about?
love Topstep TV and the chat, the community here. Yeah, put that as a quote. Put that on a shirt. Size down there, booger sugar.
Or
We are gonna.
size down the booger sugar in that case.
Yeah, right.
Short still
Shout out to
printing,
RSM
Jay.
in the chat. Yeah, it is. It is. It's looking good. When we said all roads, I think I got a regular trading hour session view up in the Nasdaq at right at 25,000s. Right, big fat round number level. Looks like an interesting spot. The question is, how does it get there? But everything turning around a little bit here. The Russell, everything's where it's at this intraday support. So decision making spot. We got London close coming up in 10 minutes. That could give us some volatility. Saw somebody asking earlier to analyze gold. It is not doing much right now. I don't know if a skunk could make a cent in gold.
There you go. Jay with a joke. That's good.
I stole that one from Coach Paul. I can't take credit for that.
A skunk can make a cent.
Somebody was asking.
Yeah,
I would like to get back at some point to making some, the T-shirts with phrases like "Gold ain't done." Like I would wear a shirt that said "Gold ain't done."
Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah.
Stop loss should have been an entry.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna just go check on the puppy real quick. It's making a weird noise.
That's good.
I'll be right back. Enjoy the view of my chair.
Yeah, we had that sell off in gold and we just kind of consolidated sideways since.
Yeah. I am profit's a good one. Hoop all roads. Yeah, all roads be good.
All roads. All roads. The VWAP on a shirt could be a little spicy.
Oh yeah, just a shirt that said like just VWAP across it. I think would be a conversation starter.
That would be something else. You have to be a trader to know what that means.
Slides down the booger sugar. Getting a little bounce in the ES. I'm still patiently waiting. I hope we go down for Dakota right now.
I'm
still seeing
flat,
that resistance.
so it doesn't matter.
Oh, you're flat? Okay, then I want to see 6,900 in the SPX. Just to feel something.
Oh, there you go. They bring the puppy on.
Yeah, I'll bring him on in a little bit. He was dreaming about snacks or something. I don't know. He was making a weird noise. He was just taking a nap though.
That short rest.
Tilt did get pretty heavy long in the S&P at one point. It was 70% long. It's back to 50-50 now. 61% short here in the NASDAQ. Oh, Rusty. I got to stop staring at that chart looking for a short.
Yeah.
Crude not doing too much. Anyone in the chat trading an obscure market right now? Anything that we don't normally talk about? Saw Coach...
How's cattle? How's cattle doing? You said it was at 400 points earlier.
Up pretty good right now. It's up about 2%. No.
Okay.
Not yet. But it's up pretty nice. Let me take a look, see if I got the quote board somewhere. There we go. Quote board, top 3 percentage movers right now. Platinum to the upside. If you've looked at a platinum chart recently or a depth of market in platinum, there's like a 20 tick spread there. Micro Bitcoin up 6.5%. Micro Ethereum up 7.8%. Downside movers, we got corn down 1.23%. Wheat futures down 1.52%, which a lot of this stuff, that we're seeing could affect the ags as well. And then we got natural gas down 4.68%. Cattle, honorable mention, up 2% right now.
Yep.
Big Swiss franc trader here.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Trading the Swizzy.
trade currency futures here. That's for sure. I wouldn't mind another short. I would like to see 25,000 again, but I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. It's tempting. We could break down and see 25,000. It's just gonna have to go without me.
Well, where we bounced before, we're coming up on that about 6 points above 6850 in the SPX right now. It's a roundish number. I don't see a ton of activity there. So there's definitely room. Swiss francs.
Swiss
What a
franc.
world.
Just
Every
the
once in a while,
market.
we're doing at the buzzer. Coach Paul brings up like I ask him, at the end of most at the buzzer segments, he has anything on his scouting report, and every once in a while he'll bring up a currency market, and it's usually either the yen, Japanese yen, or the Swiss franc. Right now, I don't know if I see too much of a trade, but hey, I don't trade it every day, so I'm sure they see something there.
I'll be real with y'all. I find currencies confusing as all get out.
Yeah,
I see guys cooking on Twitter who are like experts in FX and FX flows. And I
yeah,
consider myself not an
Kiwis.
expert, but maybe savvier than many in economic stuff. But I don't understand a word of what they're saying usually.
yeah.
You trade a
I'm with you,
Kiwi.
Jack.
And this is memory lane right here. Talking about currency trading.
Saw a big trader that a lot of people know, 3-letter name, said that they were switching over to forex with the price action that we're seeing in the equities. So they changed the algo. It's not the same anymore.
Oh.
Did a firmware update on the algo.
They switched. They changed it on them.
No way. Am I? You guys knew what I was talking about? No way. I was talking about DBA, right? It's a 3-letter name.
DBA. I'm switching. I'm
Yeah.
switching to Breaking news. I'm switching back to forex
It was
because the
satire.
algo's better
Of course,
there
everything's a
in
joke.
an uncentralized exchange. Yeah.
Hate it when they update the algo.
I think I showed it on the show at the time, but like about a year ago, I saw the craziest friggin' tweet about markets I'd ever seen. And it had like a couple hundred likes. This will tie into when I reveal on Friday what my uh the chat comment that set me on tilt is
Yeah.
when people are like confidently completely wrong and misunderstanding or misinformed about something. And it was along the lines of like, we know this is all rigged because the micros and the minis have completely different traders trading them, but the prices follow each other pretty much in lockstep. And this was given as proof that this is all like, I don't know, like a simulation or something.
It's not real. How did the
And
prices stay this? Yeah.
I sat there and I was thinking, like, I read through the comments of like folks agreeing with this, And I don't post or anything, but I'm like, okay, this is how this person goes throughout their life, not
Right.
knowing
Right.
the simple arbitrage opportunity that would exist instantaneously if those two products diverged.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right. There's billions of dollars to be made if they just traded, whatever prices they wanted to. Right.
right.
That understand the markets that you're trading, folks. That's what Jack's
Guys,
trying to say.
They eventually settle. These are cash settled contracts that
Right.
yeah, let's have 100-point difference between the MES and ES because of vibes.
because of vibes. One of my biggest disappointments growing up is when I found a 4-leaf clover. I was told to put it under your pillow, and I'd get money. Like I'd get like a pot of gold. Never did happen. Such a disappointment.
Yeah. Michelle in the chat says, sometimes they are slightly different. Yeah, there's going to be slight differences. It's not perfect, right? The markets are still subject to the liquidity that's in them, but
Well,
yeah,
the
there's never going to be a huge difference.
No, the juice has to be worth the squeeze, right? I mean, you got to take into account commissions and everything else, but they're not going to. I personally will be one of the people that will not let that happen, as will millions of others in algos. So
Yeah, they can't make the game that easy.
no, and it used to be in some things, like in the early days of like electronic trading, especially with um like futures cash bond spreads and stuff. It really was that easy of like, oh, these are wildly diverging. I'll just buy one, sell the other, pocket the
Yep.
difference.
Do you think we're gonna see something similar in the betting markets, like in like poly market, and
What was the
think
question?
that's gonna exist there? Just like poly market,
Opportunities,
right? Where we
arb
Yes.
start
opportunities,
to
and
see, right, but correlation, right? Different correlations between different news events, and seeing that divergence, for what you're referring to. Um, just thinking
I've seen,
outside.
yes. There's I've seen highly lucrative job postings for like event market makers essentially at some very very big firms. And that is happening. Something that shocked me to my core last night. I can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet. I was looking around Polymarket because there were some elections and what have you last night. But I was drawn to, they had these continuing market where it's like up or down Bitcoin in the next 5 minutes. And there was like, I looked at it and there was like $47 million worth of volume there.
wow.
So So, so, so that's essentially gambling, but you can see how that would be very lucrative for sophisticated market makers, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, you ever see the betting on weather? You see that where people would bet on weather
Yep.
on,
Yes.
what was it, Prime Market Kalshi? And that got me. There's one that I was seeing where it was like, is it going to rain? Yes or no? And then there's the percentage chance on that. But then there's like another one. It's like that. This is where I was referring to. Is like, is the sun going to be out, right, or is it going to be cloudy? And then you're going to have correlation between that. It's like, well, of course, if it's going to rain, the odds of it being cloudy is going to be much, much higher, and there's going to be a difference. And there's a couple of them where I seen it was very dramatically different on one side or the other, which it just didn't make sense. I don't know if they fixed it now. I haven't looked at any of it.
Yeah. And I can tie all this into the futures market. I think an interesting thought to have is like where your edge comes from trading. And it's a zero sum game in futures, but ideally you are playing a different game from like you know, you're not a market maker. That shouldn't be your game, because there are firms that have incredible resources and abilities to do things with that, right? And you're not
Hmm.
playing the same game as like hedge funds or like Renaissance or something with like crazy things. I think some of the
It's
markets
like,
that kind of like make me uh, shake my head the most are like clearly if you have like a market for up or down 5 minutes in Bitcoin, you're just you're playing market making at that point. And I find it impossible to
Yep.
believe that anyone has an edge besides the people that have algos and tons of resources to do so.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
it's
flipping a coin.
oh yeah, yep. I
You're
like this
flipping a
one.
coin if you bet
Yeah,
on that.
that's a new trend right there, Brad Simmons. People are betting on how many cars will cross a line on a highway.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's like we've almost gone too far. We've almost gone
Yeah,
too far.
it's
And
almost
they got the betting platform open in their Tesla and just going around the block,
going around this block.
Yeah.
block creating an incident to block traffic.
True
Shenanigans.
degens for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, almost. I
Here,
think we're there, right? Once you're betting
here
on
we,
words, and I think some of the interesting stuff with these prediction markets, especially, is like the wording in the contract, right? The wording that like what validates whether or not something is like yeah. When you start betting on semantics, that is a
dangerous.
interesting place to be. Yeah, dangerous place to be in.
Wild.
Yeah, and
Nasdaq pushing up against these highs again. These 120s. We tested the 130s twice. We get a breakout here. Man,
London close came and went.
past 1 minute. Man, everything's up big.
yeah.
Not everything,
Jay, I
but
think the real question will be as we get these like eventually, or the CFTC and everyone else will be with contracts. It's like, can something be reasonably thought of as a hedge for something? And it gets a little iffy, right? When you have some of these like who's performing at the Super Bowl props, it's a little difficult for me to wrap my head around like what could you possibly be hedging, right?
Right. Yeah.
we could all be athletes in Shape Point. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Got a headline coming out here. Watch oil. Iran targets U.S. and U.K. vessels and ships, regardless of flag, that carry cargo for Israel in the Gulf. Unnamed Revolutionary Guards Navy commander tells Iranian state media.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Iran targeting more than 10 oil tankers. Keep an eye on oil here.
Well, speaking
Crude's
of
at
that,
its lows.
we do have one more little news story here for us. Speaking of that, as the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran continued Tuesday, evacuation efforts are underway, but complications are mounting. We got Reed Binion reporting on this.
Best name in news.
It's a lot of different things here that need to happen in order to move people.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Tuesday addressing the issue of Americans stranded in the Middle East as the ongoing U.S.-Israeli war with Iran expands across the region.
It'll be a variety of methods: charter flights, military flights and transports, expanded commercial opportunities, and in some cases land routes that will allow them to go to neighboring countries.
The Trump administration facing criticism, including from some stranded Americans. President Donald Trump suggesting Tuesday there was no evacuation plan in place because the war unfolded too quickly. Officials are urging Americans to contact the State Department if they are stuck overseas and need help.
It all starts by knowing that where you are and how we can get a hold of you.
This comes amid continuing attacks on Iran and more retaliatory attacks by Iran on Israel and against countries throughout the Middle East, including a U.S. consulate in Dubai and an airbase in Qatar, where officials say an Iranian ballistic missile struck the largest U.S. military installation in the region. There were no casualties. Meanwhile, sources say the CIA is working to arm Kurdish forces who have operations along the Iraq-Iran border with the goal of sparking an uprising in Iran. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
All right.
Yeah, oil's down 1% right now.
This
73,
We'll keep an
78.
eye on that.
all right. Is this the push in the equities here?
Yeah, I mean, if oil's coming down,
This looks like a flagging pattern on the 30-minute on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, it does. On the 5-minute as well.
We get the breakout. Russell trying to come down.
still seeing the resistance up around the 6,900 SPX, but it's diminishing a little bit.
What do you
Sleep
mean
tight,
by flagging
everybody.
pattern, Jay?
What do I mean, a flagging
Someone's
pattern?
asking. Yeah, someone's asking you.
You're looking at the 30-minute in the whoa. Looking at the 30-minute in the Nasdaq here, you have this would be the flag pole, right? And then this would be the flag, right? So we're holding these lows, right? We got a little bit of a trend going from these lows and kind of these equal highs here, right? So as long as these lows continue to hold, you'd be looking to trade in the direction. And now what you're looking for is a breakout above the high here. Try to find another one that actually played out. But yeah, higher lows. So this would be considered a bull flag, right? Looks like a pennant, coach hoop. Yeah, flag, pennant. But the idea is higher lows after a trend up move. And then are we looking for the next breakout? A lot of times, if we do get the breakout, what you can do is use a measured move from the flag pole here, which would be this 30-minute candle. That's a 250-point move. I don't know that we're going to get a 250-point breakout here in the Nasdaq, but you could use a measured move that way.
Nice.
Or it could just fail, come right back down. A lot of day left, though.
When I suggest that it's diminishing, someone was asking about what I said about the 6,900 level. Is that over time, like the last 15, 30 minutes or something like that, we've been losing some of the positive gamma at that level.
Do you see it move somewhere, Jack? Right? Does it go from that level to another one, or is it just?
Yeah, it can. Like it moves around throughout the day.
Yeah.
We go bumping
Some
up
places
these
will
highs
have
again.
much. Oh, here we are.
New session highs in the Nasdaq, maybe. We're trying. I haven't turned the lamp off yet. Well, we didn't get to 700 likes, so the lamp stays on.
Heyo. Actually, he's called room service. They're getting a second lamp in there. We're gonna add.
I got the phone right here. Here.
If we don't get
need
the
more
700 likes, power hour, we're just gonna have a room full of lamps for Dakota. Oh, you won't be here for that. Who do we have back later for power hour today? Will be myself. Dakota will be back, and Mandy.
Yep. There's session highs in Nasdaq.
We got 5 points to go in the ES.
Breaking out of the top of that flagging pattern. Does it hold? We're back above the initial balance high in the Nasdaq. Do we get some extension here? What are we at as far as daily range goes? Daily ATR on the Nasdaq's about 500 points, and so far high to low, I think we're pretty close to five. Oh, we're way above 500. We're at 660. It's an outlier day for sure here. Percentage wise, the Nasdaq is up 1.64%. 2.5% puts us at 25,350.
Still got the VIX hanging out above 20. Right now, 20.70. SanDisk at 603. Okay.
Okay, you know what? I can make you a deal. If we get to 700 likes, I'll turn the lamp off. But if we get to 800, then I'll add another lamp. It's got to stay between 7 and 8.
We're at 660 right now. I'll give one more for my burner account. We'll get to 661.
Be the title between the two. Tell you what, man. The
Is it
internet.
safe?
Go ahead.
No, there's a comment saying, is it safe to say the lows are in for the day? I don't think so. But maybe.
Really?
Oh,
I just don't know if it's
likely.
safe to say anything with the headline. Yeah, I mean, if this was a normal environment that we're in right now, yeah, the lows are probably in. But with the headline risk, is it safe to say it?
I mean,
I don't know if it's safe. You could say it.
I mean, the low for the Nasdaq is what? 24,500?
Oh yeah, that yeah, 24,499. I think that low is safe. Overnight low is probably safe.
Dakota, we got 700 likes. We got to figure out this lamp situation.
You know what we could do? We could, 700, I'll go turn it off. 800, I'll turn it back on. 900, I'll go turn it off. We'll see who wins.
Well, we're at 700
Until we get
now.
the likes up.
You got to turn that lamp
All right,
off.
I'll go turn it off. I mean, we got 15 minutes anyway. Here we go. This is the hard part.
I'll answer the question in the chat while Dakota does that. From One Beyond Limits, it says, "Why is Jay always in a combine?" Specifically, so someone can ask that question in chat every day. That's the only reason I do it. And thank you for being the one person in the chat that asked that question today. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we could switch it.
Lamps off.
Jay's not. I mean, what are you up in your funded account today? You were up
live account, we're up 250. Yeah, 250 bucks.
Let's throw that. Well, let's not see Jay's password first.
It's all good.
Let's throw that into the stat sheet. The combine's nice, but Jay's up. What was it again?
$246.00. It's like hitting the gas tank, right? When you want to put exactly $20 in the gas tank. I don't know how I did that, but exactly 0 cents. 246.
Nice.
I'm gonna type this in myself right now.
Thanks for the clarification. Thanks for the question. I want to. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to just leave that right there.
Yeah, this is Jay. Why is Jay not up $30,000? Yeah.
That's the real question, Phenom. Phenom's asking the real questions. Why am I not up 30K today? Because I kept trying to short the damn Russell when it was rallying. That is the better question. But we got 2 more days. I'll be on fast markets. Can we get a 30K day? I'm not going to set that as a target, but we'll just trade the markets. We'll trade the markets in front of us.
Yeah, buy the dip. What's going on?
Right.
Close the curtains. Chat, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. All these like targets. Open the window. Close the curtains. Freaking weird. It's the internet.
We'll keep an eye on any news coming out. As mentioned earlier, noon, we got a White House press secretary will be speaking. Trump doing a phone interview at 12:30. 1 o'clock, we got Beige Book. I mean, you were talking about I mean, the lows of the day are likely in. It's been tricky for me as well. This week, with everything that's going on, it's tough to talk about the things. But yeah, if you use your
Right.
imagination, you can see how this could change very quickly and go down a good deal. That's why even though we're at the highs of the day, the VIX is still above 20.
Yeah.
Well,
It's uncertainty,
back to
right?
150. This could be a zombie rally type of day. Like, I know I said
It's
this.
looking
We
like it.
said this earlier, right? We said it earlier. It's just very more volatile than a normal zombie rally. We're getting deeper pullbacks and then a continued tap of new session highs.
Would you buy it? I mean, I see what you're looking at, Dakota, right? This could just very easily break out 25-200s, potential target up there to the upside. Where's the risk go on something like this if you do take it? I would think that if it starts to accept back inside this initial balance too much, you could probably get out, right? A lot of traders are going to look at this and say, well, we've come so far, right? There's 160 points to 25,000s, but I don't think the risk has to go there.
Correct.
How would you measure risk on something like that if you were buying up here?
Yeah, it's hard, right? It's hard to
Yeah.
buy a market that's rallying zombie, right? You buy up here and you feel like, that's a stupid trade, right? But there's no stupid trade that's the risk's managed. But then how do you manage risk?
Right.
I mean, the previous candlestick's low. Look for pivots. Look for some type of support and resistance, right? You're using a moving average. Make sure there's some way to consistently manage risk if you're looking to do that. I have a hard time. That's why I'm not buying up here through these session highs. This could be a continuation for the flagging pattern, right? Maybe we get another pushback down to these 070s, 080s, and we continue the consolidation slightly upwards.
Yeah, we've got like a perfect range cooking right now in the ES. Looking to make its third transit here.
That prior day high
Another
in the
three-bar-
S&P keeps rejecting up there.
This could be another 3-bar reversal here on the NASDAQ, the short side. I am short the NASDAQ
All right.
from 142.
Got a little buzzer beater.
Love it.
Trade's working. Don't break what's not broken. Don't fix what's not broken. Let's see if we get pushed back down. I'll look for a retest of these lower 100s. 3-bar reversal on the 5-minute. Practice what I preach. Let's do it. Let's get it. Trades do
For
set up
CG
right
in
at
the
the end of fast markets.
You're right.
They do.
Honestly, I really like the potential short up here. Kind of for all the reasons we talked about. The S&P is continuing to reject at the prior day high. I like the level price wise. I'm just wondering like the timing of the trade when this does fall apart. I like this trade though, Dakota. Maybe this is the all roads trade.
The
New York
all
session
roads
view up
trade.
right at 25,025.
Or we could look back and say, it's just been a zombie rally. Why are we shorting
It's
this
zombie
zombie
rally,
rally?
right?
Yeah.
Still got Bitcoin above 73,000 in the spot. 10-year, not doing a whole lot. Looking around.
Yeah, we're not seeing the same price action.
Yeah, biggest stocks. Amazon's up 3.3%. Tesla's up 3.6%. Meta up 2.3%. Nvidia up 1.6%.
Yeah, I got out early, locking in the profit. So for the session. So that's it.
So what's your
I'm not
final
risking
tally there, Mr. Dakota?
53. 53. But we want to calculate that in points because I base it off of points. I think I'm going to do this a lot more because I've been getting traders like, 53, that's not much. Not really. It's more about the process. And, it's the same process whether it's on like 1 micro, 5 micros, 1 mini, 5 minis. It's more about the process and like making points or ticks, however you want to calculate it. But, 1 micro or 1 contract here in the micro, $53, that's 25 points. So happy with 25 points.
Well, I'm happy for you too, Dakota, and you getting flat that trade seems like a perfect time for us to about wrap this up for now. We're coming up on 10:55 here. I had a wonderful time with you guys today. Thanks for coming by
Yeah.
for this special after school edition of Fast Markets. Jay, any thoughts before we head out? Oh, we've silenced him.
Oh, there you go. There's a question in the chat about VIX settings. I don't normally look at the VIX, but I don't know that there are settings for it either. Just pull up a trading view chart and you can look at the VIX there. If you're wondering about VWAP settings or any of the settings that I have on indicators on my charts, they're pretty standard. I just changed the colors. But trade well, everybody. If you continue to trade, come back for Power Hour, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Yeah, that's all I got. This was fun. Looking forward to doing it again tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll be here for Power Hour.
Will be. What are you going to do in the meantime? Sleep?
I'm going to take a nap. Yeah.
All right. There we go. We're taking a nap. So just a reminder for these next few days through Friday, we're going to do Fast Markets in the morning, take a break, and then come back for Power Hour in the afternoon. As mentioned today, come back. Please, please come back. We'll be here at 2 o'clock. Myself, Dakota, and Mandy will be here to trade the last hour of the day. Markets are moving, everybody. It's crazy out there. Stay safe. As Hogue would say, pray for peace. This has been Fast Markets on Topstep TV. To all of you,
most people won't see it. Not the wake-ups, not the weight of repetition, not the days that start cold and quiet. They'll see the win, the 1 second that worked, not the hundreds that didn't. This isn't about hype, it's about habits. I write it down, every run, every trade. Not to remember, to refine. I've missed, I've fallen, I've lost, but I've always come back sharper. I don't train for motivation. I train for execution, over and over. Whether I'm in the pipe or in the market, I'm chasing the same thing.